This is from efficient_builder923, who says, how do you usually respond to, quote, just a quick call? That's a great question. I know my answer. My answer is not good, but it says, when choosing a team communication app, look for features like real-time chat, video call, file sharing, and task integration to stream collaboration. Ensure it's user-friendly, supports both desktop and mobile. Good notification control and channel organization also helps teams stay focused and reduce noise. What he's getting at is, so there's two parts to it. There's the team environments, and then there's you as the individual.
Yep.
In the team environment, you're in the middle. Look, usually with the team environment, what happens is maybe once a day or a couple times a week, the teams will have a meeting, and in that meeting, they'll talk about their deliverables for that day or that week or whatever, and that's it. And then you go and you do your work, right? And you're in the middle of doing something and someone either IMs you or calls you or says, hey, do you have a quick second? And the answer should be no, I'm working, get something go on my calendar, et cetera, et cetera. But we don't do that. At least I don't do that. It's like, sure, why not? Right? It's a good distraction from what I'm doing.
Well, it's what they used to call the water cooler talk.
Yeah, right.
Like you would catch someone as they were getting their cup of coffee, whatever, and have a quick chat, right?
Right.
But we've become so structured with a lot of the stuff that doesn't happen as much anymore, right? Especially with all this work from home and messengers and technology. Like you used to have to get up and walk to the person to ask the question.
Yep.
Now it's right? Send.
Yeah.
Or your phone, send, right? So it's constant harassment.
Yeah. Harassment's a very good
It is
word.
harassment, right? Because there's always a ding or a boink or whatever going off, right? So like we had the conversation at my office because we used to have weekly team meetings. And I say used to because we realized that when the entire team was on, at least three during every given meeting were there for no reason.
Oh, wow.
So we restructured how we do team meetings. So now we do group meetings instead of team meetings. So the entire team only meets once a month.
Okay.
And then the subgroups that are working on different, so like we have social media marketing here, website here, SEO here, and then there's teams under each. So the team leader will meet individually with each team rather than meeting with everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Like, because if we're talking SEO, the social media marketing
they don't need
team,
to be there. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's good for them to listen in on certain things, which is why we still do the monthly. But no, we realized we were wasting valuable man hours where people could be productive.
Right. Elon Musk had a good idea with this. So at his company, what they do, or at least this is what he said. If you're in a meeting and you're not getting anything out of it, hack up your stuff and go. Just go back to your desk because it's completely. And it's absolutely right. It's completely. How many meetings have we been in our lives where it's been like, I got nothing out of that meeting, but I wasted 2 hours in it.
My wife works for a Fortune 100 company, maybe Fortune 50, and sometimes when I'm home and she's like, "Hey, I gotta take this meeting," and I'm like, "Okay." And I'll walk past her home office. She hasn't
said a word.
She hasn't said a word, right? And she's just standing there like dancing, doing, I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm on a meeting just waiting to see if my name gets brought up."
Yep.
And I'm like, "You don't even know if you have to be on this meeting? Like, you don't know if you have anything to contribute?"
Right.
And she's like, "Well, most of this stuff doesn't refer to me." So, and I'm like, this is exactly why it should be broken down
What a waste.
from teams to groups, right? Because she's standing there for 45 minutes. And I had to join a corporate call the other day. And about 20 minutes into it, I was ready to tear my hair out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know why are we going through this procedural stuff? Like, we just wasted 20 minutes that I could have been doing something else.
Yep.
Right. And I'm like, we're here to get something specific done. Just focus on that and then over and out.
Yeah.
Right. Like a 55-minute meeting could have been 20 minutes.
So now on the other side for the individual, like if you have a small business, maybe it's just you and a couple of people or whatever. It's not really a matter of teams. You'll be sitting there doing your work and the phone rings and you answer it. It's like, "Hey, I'm a new prospective customer. Do you have a minute for a call?" it would be nice to say, not right now. Why don't we schedule some time? But how do you do? How do you tell a
You don't.
prospective customer,
You don't.
oh no, I can't take your call right
Yeah.
now? You know what they're going to do? They're going to call somebody
Yeah.
else, right? But then it interrupts your day and your workflow. So for me as an attorney, it happened again yesterday. I'm in the middle of working on a client's contract. I think it was a contract.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a contract. And the phone rings. Now it's the end of the day. No one else is here. So I answer it. Hey, blah, blah, blah. You know, someone gave me your name. So I'm on the phone with them for 45 minutes, which
Yeah.
is great because it's a
So-
new customer or a new client, but I still don't.
So
I have to get that contract done.
we've actually come up with a process where when a new prospect calls, we have a certain set of questions we ask them, so that we can start doing some research on
Yeah.
them. And then once those questions are answered, we literally ask them, hey, can you give us a day or two to kind of do our homework so that we're not just having a conversation
Yeah.
about nothing? Because we can roll around in guesses all day. It's not going to help you, right?
Right.
And can I get you on the calendar in like 2 days at this time,
Right.
right? So we never spend 45 minutes or an hour anymore, or very rarely, with someone on the phone during that first call, because once we kind of explain to them the process, they understand that we have to do some homework before
Right.
we can give any type of, intellectual guidance or
That's a good idea.
process.
And that'll
moving
work
forward.
for a lot of businesses. Unfortunately, in my business, the legal world,
Right.
that won't work. Everybody wants to tell their story.
Yeah.
They want to tell the entire, and if you don't hear every word of that story, they don't think you got it. They don't think you understand what's going on.
So yeah, but as far as like this, just a quick call comment, right?
Yeah.
I don't really get a ton of that anymore. Because I will tell people, like, if it's something that can wait, just email me. If it's something that needs to be dealt with right now, that's the only time we do just a quick call.
Okay.
Right. So other than that, it's an email, because I'm out of the office,
Right.
I don't know, 30 hours out of the week, right? Not just golfing.
But golfing.
But golfing.
Especially now with the weather getting nicer.
Yeah. So like a lot of things are either an email or a text, and it's only a call if it has to be dealt with now. Other than that, everything is an email or a Teams message that can be dealt with whenever.
Very cool. So efficient_builder923. How do you respond? I guess it depends on your business. Depends on your personality.
Depends on who's asking.
Depends on who's asking,
for
right?
the quick
Yeah,
call.
yeah. You know, if it's a team member, I have no problem saying put it on my calendar. We'll talk later on. Can't be that urgent unless I say it's urgent.
Yeah.
If it is a new customer, though, I gotta take that call. I'm taking that call every time.
Yeah, new customers know. I'm taking the call every time.
Yeah,
right?
but I like your idea of trying to get some basic, maybe get a 10 or 15 minute call, get some basic information, and then hey, how about we schedule something for later?
Yeah, it's just worked better for us, because like if you're in the middle of working on something and someone calls, not only is your train of thought totally disrupted with what you're working on, you're not necessarily in the mindset to talk to that new customer about what their real issue is.
Exactly.
Right? So, which is why we always try to get that first call and then book the second call. I mean, we've done it. I've gotten a call at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning, and I booked it for 4 o'clock that afternoon.
Right.
It was just, I just need.
Yeah, you can't do it at that moment in time.
Correct,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I need to look, and we also need to look at their business, their website, like there's stuff we look at before we have the full conversation with them.
You know, we've tried, and I try it, and I swear one day it will work. Is I try to put aside time slots. So 9 to noon is work. If calls come in, assistant takes the calls and schedules something for later on, and then in the afternoon, like say from 3 to 5 is when I'll take the new calls and I'll talk to new people or whatever. But I'm just trying. We got to have that time where we can get the work done versus the talking to existing customers and then talking to new calls that come in.
Yeah, I have mine blocked out that way.
Yeah. I try. It doesn't work.
Oh, it works.
It works.
Well,
but
it
doesn't
works
work
for me because, like, when someone calls, like, very few people have my actual like cell number, for example. So most people end up calling the office, and someone there will answer the call.
That's my mistake.
And then they will funnel it. Like, if it's a has to be dealt with now, they will forward it to my phone. If it's can be dealt with later, they just take a message and send it to me.
Yeah.
And they know to ask and look at my calendar and ask, hey, would tomorrow be fine? Looks like he has plenty of time, right?
People think I'm crazy because I give all of my clients my cell phone number. It's on my business card. And they do. They say, oh, how can you do that? People are going to call you all the time. Yeah. And they do. And that's okay. I don't mind it too much, but that's why that's what interrupts my work process is that if it's the office line, yeah, someone else can pick it up. But if it's my cell phone, it's just me.
But let's be real, right? You are in an industry where I may need to call you because I got arrested.
Yeah, I don't do criminal law, but yeah, sure.
Right.
Or something urgent is going on.
Correct. Right. So,
yeah, which I've had. I've plenty of times.
I can't tell you the last time we had an urgency with an SEO problem.
Yeah.
Right. Because nothing happens fast.
Google isn't picking us up. What's going on? Oh my God.
Like, so I'm not really in the emergency or potential emergency business.
Yeah.
Like it happens, but very, very, very rarely.
Yeah.
So like I have the luxury of funneling how our communication works and who can reach me at what times and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I would say the emergencies for us, because we're business attorneys, the emergencies for us is when someone just had an argument with somebody else and they're saying they're going to sue you for breach of contract or something like that. At that point, the clients, everything's, oh my God, I have to deal with this right this second because I don't know what to do.
Or there's an HR issue.
Or it's an HR issue.
Like, that has to be dealt with
quite often. Yep.
Right now.
Yep.
Like, I just had an employee do X, Y, Z. What do I do?
Yeah.
Right. And that can't wait 3 days.
No.
Right.
No.
So that has to be dealt with now.
So things like that happen. So anyway, that's I guess a couple of different ways to responding to quick calls, the quick call syndrome, so to speak. So great question. Thank you very much.
If you found this clip interesting, make sure to go listen to the full podcast. There's lots more content there.